opera for you on Monday. Hi, everybody. Hello there. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show, Monday. I skipped out Thursday. Had things to do on Long Island. And I was flying back to South Carolina. Oh, to get away from New York. Oh, people got to try it. At some point, you guys really got to try getting the fuck out of there. I couldn't take it. I just couldn't fucking take it anymore. The length of time I'm able to spend there is just, it's gotten shorter and shorter. And now I just can't, I can't do more than just a couple of days. It just drives me fucking crazy. The amount of frustration of just having to survive there is crazy. Thank God for Sullivan's and my good friends, Gavin and Wine, because, just tired of fucking New York. The greatest city in the world. Ooh, be a part of it. In old New York. City that never sleeps. City fucking full of stabbings and shootings, muggings. Even celebrities aren't safe, right? See that big mook they fucking arrested for punching Steve Buscemi? Big mook. I guess they caught him because the homeless shelter he was in called the cops because he was starting shit in the homeless shelter. And the cops went there and they're like, hey, boy, you look just like the guy that punched Steve Buscemi. It's like, I am the guy that punched Steve Buscemi. He didn't say that because he don't know. He didn't even know. It's like that fucking, that bitch that got me fired for smacking me in Times Square 10 years ago. She didn't know. She'd know all the shit. Yeah, here he is, right? Let's take a look at this big fucking lug. Dead man walking here. We got a dead man walking here. All right, Percy, knock it off. Looks like an old basketball player. He goes, why did you punch Steve Buscemi? Who? What? I'm a mental patient, homeless jerk off. I don't know. What does he know? All set up. Big celebrity. There he is. He kind of looks like a regular guy, you know? He kind of looks like, yeah, a former basketball player that would be giving commentary. And they got to have that woman there taking him in. The perp walk. The woman leading the guy for the perp walk. Thank God she's there. If he got out of those cuffs, I'm sure she'd be able to get him right back into control. Yeah, so that's what's going on in New York. It's just fucking exhausting. Exhausting being there. I just don't know how you guys do it. The walk, just going from, Penn Station to the studio again. I just couldn't do it anymore. Just can't fucking do it. All the shit, piss, everything just smells like weed and shit and piss. I just had enough. Yeah. Went out yesterday, beautiful Greenville day, Sunday afternoon. Sun is shining, people are out. Oh, it's so fucking nice. Gotta tell you. So over the weekend, a few things going on. Of course, graduation season. It's graduation season. It's so nice to see all the youngsters in their caps and gowns, all eager to catch that golden ring, looking at their future is wide open and they're ready to go, come out of college into real life. So real life could just beat you fucking down. So those hopes and dreams disintegrate in a short time. That's nice. But you have your graduation day. And, imagine you're graduating from your college, and who comes to your college to speak? The President of the United States, Joe Biden. Yep. Where did he go, you think? It's an election year. He's campaigning hard. He's hemorrhaging black voters. Of course, he goes to a historical black college. Hysterical black college. Historical black college. Morehouse. Morehouse is one of the historically black colleges. So he goes there to pander to black people to try to get their vote. Now, black people, they've fallen for this for so many years. The promises of the Democrats, the promises of Biden, and all the free stuff and all that fun stuff. Well, Biden goes there, and what did he do? Pandered to the black people. This is a guy who quite literally gave the eulogy for a dead KKK Grand Dragon of the former head of the KKK. He said things in the past like segregation. He did not want his kids and grandkids having to go to school in a jungle. Some of his law enforcement policies of the past put more blacks in jail and in prisons than anyone else, any other lawmaker. It's amazing. But now that he needs black votes again, he's just breaking out the big guns, putting that fucking wacky little costume on, standing at that podium and just telling black people how it is. Look at him right there.
You missed your high school graduation. You started college just as George Floyd was murdered. And there was a reckoning on race. It's natural to wonder if democracy you hear about actually works for you. What is democracy? If black men are being killed in the street, what is democracy? The trail of broken promises still leave black communities behind. What is democracy? You have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot. And most of all, what does it mean, as we've heard before, to be a black man who loves his country, even if it doesn't love him back in equal measure?
Smattering of applause for his fucking unbelievable pandering that he's doing right there. Oh, is that just shameless pandering? George Floyd, just evoking the name of George Floyd. If that right there doesn't tell you, I'm really trying here, folks. I'm really trying to say whatever I think needs to be said to get you morons to the voting booth and vote for me one more time. That's just, And then the cadence. What is democracy? What is the repeating thing? It's so obviously, it's so douchey. But it's so obviously how do they talk? Someone show me how they talk, and I could talk like them. I'm not kidding. This ain't no joke. I could talk like the people. What do? Repeat stuff over and over? What is democracy but a country that shits on you? What is democracy? Douche chills. I'm getting douche chill fucking goosebumps when they try so hard. Remember the Hillary Clinton clip. Pull that up because that was, I ain't no ways tired. What was the line? She, like these dumb white liberals feel like they have to turn black when they get up to speak to black people. It is so fucking embarrassing. And anybody in the black communities should look at it with unbelievable disdain. It is racist beyond what people like to call racist. You know, pointing out some disparities in the crime numbers. That's not racist. That's pointing out disparities in crime numbers. Just trying to sound black in front of black people so they vote for you. That is fucking racist. So where's the Hillary one? I love this one. I ain't no ways tired. No? Come on. You had to found it, right? I ain't no ways. No? Any answer from the booth?
We have a march to finish. I will be reintroducing the Count Every Vote Act to ensure that every voter is given the opportunity to vote, that every vote is counted, and each voter is given the chance to verify his or her vote before it is cast and made permanent. We have to stay awake. We have a march to finish. On this Lord's Day, let us say with one voice the words of James Cleveland's great freedom hymn.
Strap in.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. And we know if we finish this march, what awaits us. St. Paul told us.
Oh my God, that's one of my favorite politicians trying to appeal to black people clips. I in no ways tired. She tries getting a little southern drawl in there. Look, black people, I'm sounding like you. Ugh. So Joe Biden with what is democracy? What is democracy? You got to repeat things over, like MLK. That's what you're doing. Ugh. Wow, is that brutal? Let's go to another one of his clips here at Morehouse College graduation. Joe Biden trying to show black people that he was, born and raised as a black man, a young black man. Why not? That's no bigger a lie than he's been telling over the course of the years.
I stood up for George Floyd's family to help create a country. We don't need to have that talk with your son or grandson as they get pulled over.
He stood with the George Floyd's family. You know who didn't stand with George Floyd's family? George Floyd. George Floyd. George Floyd was a mental patient and had no real contact with his family. They all came out of the woodwork, to sue or get their hand in the till after his demise. But the way Biden's bringing it up like educated black people don't think George Floyd was a piece of shit too, Like most of those guys sitting there graduating from Morehouse, watching the president, they're not your typical street thugs. They know George Floyd was fucking, piece of shit. And that's kind of, it comes off as pandering when Joe Biden is bringing up his name, trying to get people to go, oh, what does he think? Does he think these black guys are just going to sit there and go, oh, did you hear him? He just mentioned George Floyd. That's awesome. You know, George was black. Just thought I'd bring that up. They don't give a fuck. You know what those guys probably want? They probably want to graduate, get through their graduation, and maybe get a job that pays. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe they want to live in a nice community that's safe from crime, where criminals actually go away and aren't released back out onto the streets to kill, predominantly other black people. Maybe that's what they want. I don't know. Maybe talk about that instead of trying to be even more divisive by telling them that America hates you. That's a good thing. Hey, guys, congrats on your graduation. Now go out there and kick some ass in a country that really can't stand you. It's just astounding that he wasn't egged, that they didn't just pull eggs out and start pelting him with eggs, rotten tomatoes, and cabbage. I don't know. Whenever they used to pelt people with vegetables in the old days, it was always a head of lettuce or a cabbage or something. I think we got another Biden clip here from Morehouse.
I got more Morehouse men in the White House telling me what to do than I know what to do. You all think I'm kidding, don't you? You know I'm not. And it's the best thing that's happened to me.
Oh, my God. I have more Morehouse people in my White House. I hear, in reality, because he's lying again, the only Morehouse graduate that has anything to do with anyone in the White House was one of Kamala's aides, a former aide. So he doesn't have Morehouse guys in the White House. He does. He's lying again. And he's like, I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. That means he's lying. And best thing that ever happened to me. Really? Is it? Oh, just lying and pandering. It's so blatantly obvious. Like, I got to look at the black community and go, what the fuck, people? How do you not see right through this and keep making the same fucking mistakes by voting for the people that keep you on this Democrat plantation? What do we got here? Are those the men of...
Those are the Morehouse men with the valedictorian front and center.
Here you go. I don't know. They probably go, yeah, fuck George Floyd. What does that have to do with me leaving these hallowed halls of Morehouse and making a better life for myself? What the fuck does George fucking Floyd have to do with that, Mr. President? Why bring his name up when you should be talking about what our future could hold for us? Not the past dragging us down. How about that? How about trying to explain to them why the black communities are so much less safe now than they ever were? How about that? How about the cost of living? How about they have to leave this college and get a job that makes 3 to 4 times more than just was needed 4 years ago? Why don't you bring that up? No. What is democracy? George Floyd. Boo. It's a ghost. Oh, God, I hate it. Unbelievable, this guy. How about that? Bring up things that you want to speak to graduates about. You seem to have a few years of experience in things under your belt. Lying, cheating, showering with your daughter. Maybe they would like to hear some of that. I don't know. Tell them the fucking pool story again, where the kids would rub the hairs on your legs. something inspiring like that. Not that their country hates them and that they're beaten in the streets and that the parents have to have that talk when they get pulled over because the cops are just out there hunting them. You know, maybe something a little more fucking sunny, bright, promising. But that wouldn't keep them in that victimization mode that Democrats need black people to be in. Democrats need black people. They pretty much need everybody to be victims of something because then they could swoop in as the hero by just sprinkling some crumbs every 4 years or so. And then they go, look what we do for you. Free this, free that, free money, free food, free phones, cars, houses. And then the election's over and it's like, hi, Mr. Biden. We go, bam, the door slams in your stupid face. I'll talk to you again in a few more years when I need your vote. Yeah. But black people, oh my God, do the Democrats need that victimization there? They need to instill in black people, hey, you can't do anything on your own without us, without the government, the Democrat government, not just helping you. Helping conjures up this impression that you're doing something and we're just helping you do that. No, no, no. You're incapable of everything. So we need to do everything for you. And that's why we're here. And here's a little fish food. You come to the top, you bloop, bloop, you eat, and then we'll be back at some point. You know, thank you, though. Thank you for your vote. And the fact that the vast majority of black people don't seem to see this is what's insane to me. Because it's not like it just happened last election or that before that or that or that or that or that. You just keep going back. Keep going back. LBJ. Even before that. Really. FDR. So, you know, they just let this guy get up and address black people like buffoons. He also spoke at the NAACP, I guess. Do we have that clip? I think we do. Joe Biden. Yeah, Biden pandering to the NAACP.
I never imagined that in 2024 there'd be folks waiting to ban books in America. What in God's name is that about? Not only that, they're trying to erase black history, literally. They're wrong. They don't understand. Black history is American history.
Trying to erase black history. Again, look at how he's pitting one side against the other. They. Who are the they? Who are the they? White people. Trying to erase black history. Trying to erase black history. Where is that happening? Because Florida has decided they don't want this diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense and this black studies courses where all you're pretty much doing is villainizing white people and distorting history to make every white person in history look bad and inject black people into history, which they didn't really have much of a part in? Is that erasing black history? How many black statues are being torn down in this country? That would be trying to erase black history. Oh, I see a shitload of white statues of white people that have been torn down. The names of streets and buildings that have been changed because they were white people that perhaps were slave owners or just political leaders of the past. Abe Lincoln, they've ripped down his statue. I thought, people liked him. Shit like that. It's just, so if anyone's history, if they're attempting to erase anyone's history, it certainly isn't black history that they're trying to erase. But again, why say something like that when you can, again, make your audience there feel like the victims and feel like you're with them? See, they are against you. We are for you. We're the ones that'll give you things. You want your college tuition paid off? That's us. You want all kinds of social programs? We'll fork billions of dollars over to your community leaders and local black politicians. And then we'll kind of read about things like extortion and dipping into the till and Vegas trips and Bahamas and clothes and cars and houses. Yeah. But look, we gave you that free money. It really just, it dumbfounds me. It vexes me. I'm very vexed at how they just keep falling for the same old, stale routine. And now it's just Joe Biden doing it. That's all. Same fucking shit. Sometimes you get a different face. Biden's been doing it for a long fucking time. Many, many years. But, you know, you still get these other politicians. Same thing. Get me a big crowd of black people. I need to get in front of them so I can pander and bullshit and make them feel victimized. And, yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. Boy, I sure am black-centric today. A lot of African-American news over the weekend. And we are on YouTube right now. So, you know, I do have to stay at least YouTube policy terms of service friendly for, you know, for a little while anyway. Hopefully I have been this show. I don't think I said anything out of whack with YouTube's bullshit. But, yeah, if you're on YouTube watching, don't be cheap. Subscribe, compoundmedia.com. What are you doing? And you get a 20% off discount with the promo code COMPOUND20. Subscribe right there, compoundmedia.com. Hope you're enjoying what you've been seeing here on our Monday previews. Thank you so much. The Bay Area. I guess I could stick with some news about certain communities. The Bay Area has always been, what do they call it? A shithole? Just terrible. It's crime-ridden now, like no one's business. There's all kinds of gang violence going on up there. A lot of these street closures for, you know, the donuts and the crashing and the whatever happen in the Bay Area. It seems to be that in L.A. It's a very California thing, I guess. So that happens in the Bay Area, Oakland, whatnot. Well, here's a part of the Bay Area that has, gone back in time. They've hearkened back to a simpler time. Look at that. What do you see there? I see a big stop sign, but it's on a pole. It's not on the side of the street where most stop signs are. Why would you hang a stop sign over the road? If it's that important and that big an intersection where it has to be seen, you'd think there'd be what? Anyone? Right, a traffic light. Very good. A traffic light there. What possible reason would there be to not have a traffic light there and to have a stop sign? Oh, what? Oh, wait, I'm getting this just in. There was a traffic light there. There was. It had to be removed Now, I can only imagine what people couldn't see it. Something, it fell on the top of cars. Oh, people were stealing the copper wire that ran to it. Stealing the copper wire that ran to it. This is something that I have read about that has been happening in South Africa for quite some time now. When apartheid ended and the white minority was relieved of their duties of governing South Africa and taking care of things like the infrastructure and whatnot, the infrastructure began to immediately break down. And part of the reason it broke down was instead of using this innovation and infrastructure as it was being used to bring water and electricity and roads to drive on and fuel and all the modern conveniences, they looked at it and said, hey, we could take that to the scrapyard and make a few bucks. So they just started disassembling the infrastructure and scrapping it. And, I guess you could argue the who's, how's, and why's of something. But I would like to say I never thought I'd see it in the U.S. But there you go. They were stealing the wires. Play that story. It's quite entertaining.
Drive on the busy East 12th Street, you'll come to this high-hanging stop sign above the road. Neighbors say city workers replaced the traffic lights with 4-way stop signs in the last week.
It's just telling us that the city is giving up on us.
Courtesy of Google Earth, this was how the intersection looked before. But neighbors say those lights haven't worked in months. They were either blinking red or completely out.
This is a brand new solution to a problem that's taken many forms here.
Mason Young lives near the intersection. He believes the stop signs are better than non-working traffic lights, which he blamed for this crash that sent a truck into the fence of a repair shop.
We got to stop just putting Band-Aids on things, although, a Band-Aid's better than bleeding out.
The city did try to fix the traffic light at least a few times. But once they fix it, normally within a week or so, it will go out again.
Tamley owns the corner auto repair shop. Been here for over 25 years.
25 years.
Blame the problem on repeated copper thefts. Also, they point out homeless people are stealing power from city electrical boxes. As you can see, someone is running a wire from this box to an RV. A city spokesman says they try to put heavy cement blocks on top of the boxes, but people just drag them out. The city says when people illegally connected cables to the boxes, they knocked out the traffic lights.
If you really want to fix the stop sign, I think you really have to clean up this homeless encampment.
Who's this crazy guy?
The encampment stretches about 3 blocks on East 12th Street. The city tried to clear it out for the past 5 years, but it keeps coming back and gets bigger.
Many businesses already closed down on East 12. And I don't know how long we're going to be here, because once they move to our side of the sidewalk, we will be gone.
25 years, poor Tam has been conducting his business there. And 2024 is when, things go south for him and his business. When the homeless tents and motor homes and villages, these tent cities, start encroaching on that side of the street where his business is, and he knows the city is doing nothing about it. There's a guy that I can only imagine probably puts in 20 hours a day. 20 hours a day at work. Guy's probably got an insane work ethic. And what does that hard work get him? Does the taxes that he pays go to a city that is doing things in his best interest? Huh? You think? You think the people in government there are listening to Tam and others in that neighborhood that are shelling out money in taxes and going, hey, please, can you do something? You got to get rid of these homeless camps on the sides of the road. They're interfering with the actual infrastructure, the electricity, the water. All of our utilities are being affected by these homeless encampments. They've tried to get rid of them for 5 years. What trying is that? What method are they using that they failed to get rid of homeless camps for 5 fucking years? You're not trying hard enough. Oh, maybe they get rid of them, then they come back. Well, keep them from coming back. What are you doing? And that's how they solve a problem? By stepping back in time? By just forsaking innovation of the future, the stoplight, the traffic light. Well, we can't have that because they keep fucking it up. So let's just go back to a stop sign instead of actually dealing with the problem at hand here. There's a way to actually deal with the problem. Clean up the homeless camps, put more police in the area, prosecute people that are committing crimes, and maintain the infrastructure for poor Tam so he can conduct his business and not have to leave after 25 fucking years. Oh, they just won't do anything for the working American. They will not do shit. They want your money. They will take your taxes, and if you don't hand it over to them with a smile, you're going to fucking prison. And what do they do with that money? Make your life a little easier by keeping the most basic and simple of things that the government is supposed to supply to the people, keeping those up and running? No. Yeah, we'll throw a stop sign up there, Tam. Good luck. Good luck to you. Hopefully a car doesn't come barreling in and run you and your whole family, well, I'm sure working there too, down 20 hours a day. No, they won't do anything. California, man, and that Bay Area, San Francisco, Oakland, your politicians that run these areas, we know them, Pelosi, Waters. What are they doing? Except making billions of dollars trading stock illegally with their insider trading. What else are they doing for the people, for their constituents in these districts that they run that have turned into complete shitholes of filth and crime? Making sure that whoever's still there working, like Tam, has to pay their taxes, guaranteed. And I'm sure they look at a business like Tam and say that he's not paying his fair share. I guarantee you that. Poor guy, not paying his fair share. So, yeah, it's fucking disgraceful. They get up, they bitch and complain and moan, they pander to groups, and they do nothing for the real hardworking people in their areas. And like New York City, people are just moving out. They're leaving San Francisco. It's way too expensive to live there, always has been, but at least you had something. There was something in the name of, you know, I do business in San Francisco. I do business in New York. I'm in Washington. I mean, you know, there are certain cities that have a clout to them. It gives your company a certain clout. Now, get the fuck out as quickly as possible. Move your business somewhere else and say goodbye to their insanely ridiculous solutions to the difficult problems in these cities. A stop sign or a traffic light was. How long do you think that traffic light was there? When do you think they went at that intersection from having just a stop sign to the installation of the first traffic light on that corner in that intersection? I can only hazard to guess it was 100 years ago. I bet 100 years ago they're like, well, here we are, the corner of wherever and wherever. Here we are with the installation of the first traffic light here at this corner. You know, they say someday every intersection will have traffic lights and flying cars will know when to stop. In the year 1980. And there it is. You roll to the future, people's impression, right on that day where someone's taking a picture of that traffic light going in with one of those boards with the gunpowder on it. Okay, hold on. And you're time traveler guy. You go back, you go, like, oh, nothing. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. It's a pack of cigarettes. It's my lucky strikes. Yeah, and then you go to somebody and go, what do you think? This traffic light, the technology right now, what technology do you think will be brought to this very corner in 2024? Oh, it would stun them. Like, I don't know. Let me take some more of my doctor-prescribed cocaine, and I'll get back to you with that. Let me smack my wife around for not having breakfast on time. It's 1924. It's 100 years ago. Things were probably a little different back then. But I'm sure the insane, futuristic, space age mindset back then would be like, 2024. And then to tell them, well, let me tell you what it's like. They had to take the light down and put a stop sign there because people were stealing the copper wire. And, what? Copper wire? Are they building all of the spaceships out of copper? No, see, it's the same shit. It's the same shit. Nothing's really changed. Oh, God. So terrible. What about pornography? Well, that's gotten crazy. Let me show you on my pack of cigarettes here. Let me show you on my pack of Lucky Strike. My goodness. Yep, my goodness indeed. 1924, man. I don't know, kids. All right, I'm going to let you YouTube people go. I hear you bitching. Sometimes it'll be the whole show. Sometimes it'll be an hour. Sometimes it'll be 45 minutes like it was today. But this is why you should subscribe. I have a lot of black news to get to. And I want to keep the YouTube account. It's like oil and vinegar. Vinegar, I said. Don't try to get a strike on me there. Saved me. The VI saved me. Yeah, so I'll do that. Again, if you want to subscribe, do it right now. You'll miss, 5 minutes of the show while you're signing up and subscribing, and then you get the whole uncensored rigmarole. Oh, you people, trying to get me in trouble. There it is. Subscribe, compoundmedia.com. You get 20% off. Use the promo code compound20, would you? And we'll see you either immediately back here as a new wonderful subscriber or as a cheap skinflint. We'll see you next Monday. See you next Monday. Bye-bye, YouTube people. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go ahead, scatter. Hit the off button. All right.